Hello there. Today we're going to be talking about resort activities at your Disney resort. There's so much to do beyond the theme parks that you could spend a whole vacation at Disney World just at your resort. So we're going to be talking about some of those activities.
I'm Christina. I'm a traveler, a planner, and most importantly, a mom. I'm sharing my best tips to make traveling as a family a little less stressful. So put down your phone, pack your bags, and let's showcase the world.
In case you don't know, Disney does have 3 different categories of resort: value, moderate, and deluxe. I'm going to link to a video here explaining the differences a little bit deeper, but basically they want to fit every budget. So staying at a value resort, you're going to get all the amenities of staying on Disney property, which are some great benefits, and you're going to have some of these activities. But as you move up, you get more amenities at your resort. They're a little bit more expensive and you get more amenities. So that's kind of how Disney handles that. I've done a ton of videos on the differences in the Disney resorts and how staying off-site could actually end up costing you money. That's one of my favorite videos. I will link to that one below. I don't know if I can link to more than one up here, but I'll try to link here. If I can't, I'll link to it below, the added cost of staying off-site. But anyway, these resort activities, most of it is included with your resort stay. Some do have an additional cost to them. I'll kind of try to mark what has an additional cost and what doesn't, but it's important to know if you're walking away with something. It usually has a nominal cost to it, or if it's a experience, those have some hefty costs to them. So let's talk about what all of the resorts have. Whether you're staying value, moderate, or deluxe, you're going to have movies by the pool where they'll set up a projector outside and show Disney movies. You're going to have some sort of arts and crafts. There's going to be at least a craft a day at all of the resorts, and that can be anything from cookie decorating to creating a snow globe to Mickey tie-dye. The Mickey tie-dye, I believe, is $5, and different crafts cost different amounts depending on what the materials cost. And all of them have trivia contests as well. So they have pool parties. If you're hanging out by the pool, they'll have some fun pool games. And then they have trivia contests for kids and the whole family. If you're staying in a moderate or deluxe resort, they add things like yoga once a week, a sunrise yoga once or twice a week. They have a paint night. That one does cost money because you are taking home the canvas, but that's a lot of fun as well. If you like paint night at home, these have Disney themes to the paintings, and each of the resorts has them on a different night. They have fun runs, same thing, they different for every resort what morning it's on. You don't have to be staying at the resort to participate in some of these. The paint night and the fun run you can go to from any resort and enjoy, because it does have a cost associated with it. There's a campfire at the moderate and the deluxe resorts. Stuff to make s'mores, marshmallows, and graham crackers and stuff you can purchase for an added cost, or you can just hang out at the campfire. Fort Wilderness especially has a character campfire that Chip and Dale come to, so that's a fun added benefit of staying at Fort Wilderness. They have glow parties and scavenger hunts throughout the resorts. So those are not really necessarily organized, the scavenger hunts, but you can go to the concierge or the front desk, ask for their scavenger hunt, and they'll give you like a little printout, and there's usually a little prize involved. One of my favorite resorts to stay at for a resort only stay because of the activities is Animal Kingdom Lodge. Animal Kingdom Lodge has animal tracking, they have their animal experts, they have animal enrichment, they have cultural tours of the resorts and the restaurants and the African art that inspired it. You'll be brought around by someone who works in one of the restaurants to show all the details and all the African art. There's wine tastings and culinary tours. There's one wine tasting that's free. There's another one that does cost money, but the wine tasting at Animal Kingdom Lodge is free, so you should go get some free wine, right? And then they have special safaris. The special safaris do have an added cost to them. but they are exclusive to those staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, that you can do this backstage safari. You go on the safari of the resort, not the safari in Animal Kingdom. So there's different safaris that Disney operates, and so this is a special safari just for Animal Kingdom Lodge. Caribbean Beach Resort has a special pirate adventure cruise. You don't have to be staying there for it. 4 to 12, they have two. There's one for 4 to 12 and there's one for 10 to 16. 10 to 16 kind of has a lot of the history of piracy with it, whereas the young one is just a little bit of folklore and fun. Coronado Springs, they have a Sangria University. That one's not free like the Animal Kingdom wine tasting, but I still want to try it because I love sangria. They also have wood carving, a wood carving craft. They have abstract portraitures. The new tower, the Grand Destino Tower, is named after Destino, which is a short that Walt Disney did with Salvador Dali, and Salvador Dali was a part of that big abstract portraiture art movement. So they have that kind of pulled in where you can get your abstract portrait done. They have the wood carving painting brought by the Mexican roots. So a lot of fun things at Coronado Springs. Fort Wilderness has wine and workshop. We have a place up here that does, it's like a paint night, but you paint a nice like farmhouse wooden piece, and that's kind of what this is at Fort Wilderness. They have archery, and of course they have everything that goes around with the ranch. You don't have to be staying there to enjoy these things. You can go and book a carriage ride, horseback riding, or anything with the animals at the ranch there. Art of Animation has an Animation Academy drawing class, so that's kind of an added fun bonus if you are staying at Art of Animation, and it's definitely an added thing for a value resort. And then my last favorite one, if you're doing a resort only, is Polynesian Village Resort. You have trivia. I love pub trivia. You have trivia at Trader Sam's. You have Hang Loose at Lilo's Playhouse, was kind of like a celebration of the Hawaiian culture. There's ukulele lessons, Hawaiian stamp craft, the Spirit of Aloha Cultural Festival. That's what I was saying was I don't remember what Hang Loose is then. If the cultural festival is that fun celebration of the Hawaiian culture. But there's also make your own kukui nut lei. So if you're planning a stay at a Disney resort that you are looking to not go to the theme park, I definitely recommend Animal Kingdom Lodge or Polynesian Village Resort. I love Coronado Springs as well for that, or Wilderness Lodge. They all have those things that I know I talked about at the beginning: the movies by the pool, the arts and crafts, the trivia contests, and if it's moderate or deluxe, yoga, paint night, fun run, campfire, glow party, scavenger hunts. There's also some resorts that offer Mermaid School. I know Caribbean Beach does. I know Beach Club does. I believe a few others do, but they're not popping up to the top of my head right now. That's an added cost, but you can, before the pool opens, there's a really cool Mermaid School that you can do. Young kids can do. I don't remember what the age range on that one is. There's really, really fun things to do at your resort. So plan a day or two where you're not going into the parks. I know it's so hard because you just want to be in the parks all day because there's so much to do in the parks. You just have to plan multiple trips, basically. That's how this goes. If you were watching my Disney Springs video last week, you know that there's a lot of restaurants I haven't tried. I go to Disney 3 or 4 times a year, and there's a lot I haven't done, so you can't do it all. So make sure you prioritize what's important to you. If you didn't see last week's video, that's because you're not subscribed. So make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to know when I post a new video on Sundays and Wednesdays. Please comment below. And if you want me to help you plan your vacation, I'm going to put a link to my calendar so that we can schedule a call to see if we'd be a good fit. And I'll put a link here to how to make sure that your travel advisor is a great fit for you. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. I hope that I inspired you to take a resort-only trip or spend some more time at your Disney resort, and to remind you to take a break from the busy.
Need help planning your next family vacation? Visit us at showcasetheworld.com to request a quote or schedule a free vacation consultation. Want more great travel tips? You'll find those there too.